Hey guys, hey buds, what's up? So today I'm talking about being scared, and the question is, are you scared of yourself? So I got thinking about this a few days ago when I was just standing in the kitchen waiting for my kettle of water to boil. Kettle? Why does that sound weird? Kettle. Anyways, I was just waiting for water to boil so I could have golden morn or something, and I was just standing there, not listening to music, not doing anything, just standing there patiently waiting for my water to boil and just thinking about different things in life. And I realized that a lot of the time so many people are scared of themselves. So many people don't like staying alone, they don't like being alone. They don't even like the slightest moment of silence. They just pop that music on. They just go find some friends to be around, watch a series, watch some videos, do something. They get active in life so they don't have to be quiet and think and be by themselves. So the question is, are you afraid of yourself? When you have a moment to be alone, do you put music on just because you don't want to think, or do you watch TV, or do you go find some friends to be with? Do you never actually take a break to be by your own self, to actually think? You shouldn't be afraid of yourself, because you need to be able to take those moments to pause and listen to your own thoughts. By listening to your thoughts, you learn who you are. You become more of your own person because you're listening to yourself. You're understanding what you like and what you don't like. You're understanding the kind of people you can put up with and the kind of people that you're just like, bye honey, because you don't want to have to put up with them because they have certain character traits. And by doing this, by taking time out to be by yourself, to be in silence and to just think, you are learning who you are. Now, a reason many people are afraid to be by themselves is just because they're afraid to stumble upon truths that they might actually be thinking of. And to be honest, there is no reason to fear or be afraid to be alone, because Isaiah 41:10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And I was just like, wow. Wait, what? Oh, the point there was, so do not fear, for I am with you. So even if you're going to be, you can't fear being by yourself, if that makes sense, because you're never truly by yourself, because God is always with you and he's always there helping you. Even if when you're by yourself you feel like you're going to have a panic attack, or you feel like you start thinking of things you've been suppressing, he says he'll be with you. He's your God. He will strengthen you and he will actually help you. So whatever it is that you may be going through, by trying to learn who you are, he's actually there helping you, because he's always with you. So you're not on this journey of discovering, learning who you are in a creative way by yourself, or who you are in the world by yourself, because God is always there. He says, I will help you, I will strengthen you, I will uphold you. So those are just key points. Yes. Okay. And another verse that just says he's always with you until the end is Matthew 28:20, and I really like that. So being able to also, another thing is that being able to think and not be afraid of yourself, you find out so many things. You start thinking of, who am I, what do I like to do, what don't I like to do, and you just start being a creative individual, because you actually allow yourself to not feed off of other people's creativity only through music, entertainment, videos, anything, but you actually start being your own type of creative. You start listening to your own self and not society's self, not whatever society says is they're creative, but you're creative. And I feel like everybody has their own creative direction, and by starting to listen to yourself and by starting to not be afraid of yourself, you just surpass like boundaries. Like I thought of this whole bejeweled bud thing like a year ago when I was just listening to myself outside of my school in A levels when I was waiting on people to come pick me up. Yeah. So next thing, oh, the next thing is so profound. This is another Bible read, and it's 1 Kings 19:20. It's the best thing. So when you're able to not be afraid of yourself, you're able to take some moments of quiet and just listen. And one thing you're able to hear in these moments is God's voice. So 1 Kings 19:12, it says, "Then he was told, go stand on the mountain and at attention before God. God will pass by." So Elijah was told to stand on the mountain. And a hurricane wind ripped through the mountains and shattered the rocks before God, but God wasn't to be found in the wind. After the wind, an earthquake, but God wasn't in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. After the earthquake, fire, but God wasn't in the fire. And after the fire, a gentle and quiet whisper. After the fire, a gentle and quiet whisper. When I read this, I was like, mind blown. Because most people think that they will find God in like the most profound and big things. Well, I said profound. What does that mean? And like the biggest things in life. But like, he spoke to Elijah in a small, quiet whisper. What if Elijah wasn't listening? What if Elijah was doing something totally different, you know? But he actually listened to a small, quiet whisper. So when you take the time to listen to your thoughts, you can actually hear God's voice. Like the first thing I do when I wake up, I try not to grab my phone and start going through other people's creative outputs, which could be their posts on Instagram, their posts on Facebook. That's their own personal creative output. I try and listen to what God has to say, and it sounds odd, but some mornings, like I just wake up and a certain Bible passage is on my mind, and so I read this certain Bible passage, and it's like something so profound, something so direct for the whole, like something I needed, Sha. But if I was to wake up and just grab my phone and just go like this down on my Facebook timeline and just like not listen to the gentle quiet whisper, I'd just be like, okay, no, I don't want to listen to you today, God, bye. But like, no, that's not what you should do, because you miss so many things, so many lessons from being that way. So thank you guys for listening to me today. Don't be afraid of yourself. The question is, are you afraid of yourself? And there's no need to be afraid of yourself. Love you guys. Bye, buds. I think it breaks more easily if you're using a comb, because you can't feel